Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Hello, everyone. I hope all of you is having a wonderful afternoon on this beautiful Sunday. Happy spring, like I mentioned before previously. Welcome to another edition of the Thomas and Haley Show with yours truly's, Thomas from Doing Everything Blind, where this is going to be, and Haley, myself, from Talented HV. Say hey to the humanoids.
Good afternoon, humanoids.
Right.
At least it's not hemorrhoids. Anyway.
Right, exactly. So today we are going to share the importance of remembering things and share some ways for you to remember things, which this also includes myself because I tend to forget some things. My memory's not as terrible as I think it is. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So do you want to start, Thomas, or you want me to?
You can start.
Okay. So some ways that I, attempt to remember things is that I do write some stuff down. Now, of course, there has been times where I would mean to write something down and then I would forget to do it, for instance, because that just is just how I am naturally. So, yeah, writing something down is definitely a way to remember something. Or if you're trying to practice something and you're like, I don't remember how to do this, the key is practice. Just keep practicing it over and over again, and then you'll eventually, get it down packed. That's my little opening statement. There's the cameo appearance of Thomas's dad. No, I'm kidding. Another way you can do to help you remember something is to record your own voice memos of something, or ask someone if they can record voice memos of directions of what you're going to do. So, for instance, like one time I did make a recording, a voice memo for one of my friends of how to do stuff. Specifically what it was, I can't think of that right now, but it's based on, like, here are the steps to how you would do this. And then that way the person has something to go back to remember it. And it's okay if you do ask someone, I apologize, but I can't think of how to do this. Could you please tell me again? Or if you feel bad about, asking the same thing probably more than twice, because I am guilty of that. Usually the person would say it's all right, but of course sometimes you might feel annoyed with yourself. Don't be, because you can't really expect you to remember every single thing that you say or do, or remembering every single thing that someone says or does. So, like I mentioned, I'm completely related to this topic because that's just how I am. Because I remember dates very well. I don't know why, but I do. Except for sometimes I might forget someone's name, or sometimes I might forget what I had for dinner a couple nights ago. That might sound weird because it is, but that's just what happens. But I have gotten better with trying to, better my memory of things. I have. I have not been as forgetful as I have been the past years of my lifetime. So, yeah. So what do you have to say about this, Thomas?
Well, I have a very good memory, but if there's something really important that I have to remember, like an appointment, I'll do that. No, I will set a reminder on my ELEXA device.
Yeah. And for me, when it comes to doctor's appointments, I always save the emails, because I do clean out my emails periodically, every so often.
I know I didn't spell Alexa right, but I don't give a damn. But
it doesn't sure. So yeah, with me, when it comes to that, I do keep the emails because sometimes I would say keep this for your records. So sometimes I'll do that.
Yep.
Or I would write it down in the notes app or something.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, because when it comes to physicals or dentist appointments or anything like related to the doctors, it's important to remember that and to write that down somewhere. Because you're like, wait, I was supposed to have an appointment yesterday. Darn.
Right.
And you might have to pay like a no-show fee or some sort, which is annoying. I never had to do that, but I've heard some people told me they had to, and I was like, wow, that's annoying. So yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Now, of course, as the expression goes, think before you speak. At least try to think, like when someone
take Haley face.
You know what we're talking
Haley,
about.
take Chris Stewart. More in your video. Selected. Camera. Movies. Your more in Chris. Take live. Chris Stewart.
I do remember.
Side message. FaceTime. Haley. Chris. Angie Young. Ring.
Again, I'm guilty of this because that has happened.
Angie Young. Ringing. Chris Stewart. Not connected.
That's why I would ask Thomas.
Done. Button. And click more info. Your select camera off button.
Angie, there's a lot of background noise going on over there. Angie.
Yes.
There's a lot of background noise going on.
I am going to my room. I was helping my mom and my uncle put away stuff.
Well, welcome to the Thomas and Haley show.
Hello.
So Angie.
Do you remember what? Yeah, you can do this.
Yes, Angie. We'll wait for her.
Angie.
Yes.
Haley.
Are you gonna listen? Because if you don't want to do this, you don't have to.
I said hello.
Why don't you turn your volume up so you can hear us? That would help.
Right.
Okay. I have it up.
Well,
So,
Haley's trying to
Angie.
talk to you.
Yes.
Well, first of all, just say hello. Don't give a whole paragraph, but say hello to our viewers.
Hello.
There you go. Do you remember what we're talking about?
Shooting the breeze.
That's on your channel, and no, we're talking about the importance of remembering something and how you can better your memory of how to do it, basically.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you do? Now, please listen very carefully. What do you do to try to remember something? What do you do?
Write it down.
Yes, okay. And why do you think that helps?
Because it's the matter of the way your hands doing it. It causes your brain to think. And it remembers.
Yeah, so the more times you write something down or the more times you listen to something or do something, the more likely it'll be easier for you to remember the specific task at hand or the information that's been given to you.
Yes.
So how do you remember things? What do you do to remember things?
I already asked her that.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, I asked her that. She said she writes stuff down, and then I asked her how does that help you? And that's basically what she was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. You weren't in the room when it happened. So, right, like we mentioned before, listening to something, on repeat. That is, if you're able to, or practicing a certain skill, multiple times, or writing something down multiple times, whether it's on a piece of paper, your phone, your laptop, whatever. Basically, doing something on repeat sometimes. It might sound annoying, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, or if you have a digital recorder, you can record what you want to remember, or what you need to remember.
For those of you who still have those, Thomas does, but or you can use the voice memos app like I previously referenced before.
Yep. Or if you or you could just send an audio message to yourself, or you could just dictate something to yourself in your iMessage window. There's a lot of ways that you can write things down.
Right, especially because how technology is today, it's evolving like it already is. It's still doing it. That stuff is gonna open more opportunities for someone to remember something important, especially if they're struggling with, memory stuff. Again, that would be me, but I'm getting better at it. So,
Back in my day, we had the Perkins Braille writers.
oh gosh, some people still use those.
Forget that.
Yeah. So,
Angie, anything else you want to say about this topic?
See, like me, having brain problems, it might sound frustrating to get to remembering stuff, but I keep on doing like writing stuff down and stuff like keep on having something replayed. Might sound very annoying and frustrating, but it really helps. Because see, with me, I have really bad memory problems.
yes.
And that happens to me, and it really helps.
What really helps? To write things down?
Over and over and over, or playing something,
Or like listening to
over
something like
and over.
replay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
You don't remember shit.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's our message to you guys today is to don't feel bad if you if you honestly think it will help you to ask someone to repeat what they said, so that way you can either record it or write it down, or ask if they can write it down or record it and send it to you, and you can save it somewhere.
Isn't it always funny how some kids say I forgot to do my homework when really they didn't want? When really they just didn't want.
They just bother not to do it. Yeah.
And the dog ate my homework thing. I don't think.
I always heard that excuse. I was like, did they really?
I honestly never ever said I forgot to do my homework. I always did my homework when I was in school.
Oh, I always did it too. There might have been parts where I might have been like, wait, I don't think I did that right. And of course, that's okay if you didn't, because that's the reason why the teachers are going, let's talk about this.
Did you ever forget to do your homework, Angie? Or no?
Yes. But it's because of too many things were on my mind.
When did you forget to do your homework? In elementary school or at GMS?
Both.
Oh boy.
Like, it was in elementary school, it was toward the end of that time.
What did the teachers say at GMS when you forgot to do it?
Angie, why don't you remember? It's not that hard. And I said, haven't you ever heard of brain problems? I think you need to go back and relearn about brain problems.
You said that to the teachers?
Yeah.
And what happened with that?
I got tired of it, and
I mean, did you get written up? Did they give you silent lunch? What did they do when you said those things?
I was like, they just said, go to the principal's office.
What the hell?
And I was like, fine. And you know what? You don't ever have to work with me again.
Huh.
See.
Okay then. So as this little term of vocabulary that I learned a while back called I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's called like the call to action, I believe, which of course is encouraging our viewers and our dedicated listeners and subscribers, or whatever you want to go by as. We want you to think about how, like, what can you do to better your memory.
Right.
And of course, if you want to share with us, drop them in the comments, because we would love to hear how what you do to remember things. Or if you're not sure, you can ask us. Like if you want to share your scenario with us, with, of course, without it being too detailed. I mean, you can be as detailed as you want, but if you don't want to, you can just say it as general or neutral as you want it to be.
Yeah.
And you can ask Thomas and myself, and we'll both answer. Well, depends on who actually writes the comment itself. I think it might be better if it might be Thomas. If it's him writing it, he can say, like, this is Thomas here, and then say what his answer is. Or if it might be me, because I have access to the account too, where I can write comments and such, as under doing everything blind. So please do, because we would like to help you.
Yes.
Because I'm learning things every day. I'm bettering myself every day when it comes to memory wise, and I think it's best for everyone else to do the same.
Yep, and if any of y'all want to be on this show, you can email me, or you can find me on Messenger. So my email address is thomas.meg1991@icloud.com. Most of you should know how to spell iCloud, so I'm not going to spell it. And you can find me on Messenger by just typing in my first and last name, which is Thomas, Acocella. And if that was too fast for your brains, that's ACOCELLA. So there you go.
And then, of course, as usual, drop a comment, whether if it's asking to be on the show or just asking a question or answering our question at the end of this in the comments below. Yep. Or you can email me at talentedhv@gmail.com for whether if it's related to my stuff on Talented HV or even related to our show, and I can let Thomas know about it.
Or if you want to be on my channel for any other reason, whether if it's to tell you a story, if you had one, or if you just want to shoot the breeze, or if you want to be in a video, hey, drop me a line.
Exactly.
Send me an email or find me on Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, please subscribe to my channel, please and thank you. Doing everything sighted, just kidding, doing everything blind. And make sure all of you subscribe to Talented HV, Low Vision Technology, Low Vision Technology LVT, Nikki Wonderland, Nikki Wonderlick, NIKKI Spice, WUNDERLIC to the H, and of course, Life with Angie and Friends, and Daniel Summer Productions. That's Daniel Summer Productions.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go, folks.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and remember, it's okay to ask someone to repeat what they told you or what you asked them, and you can write it down or record or do whatever you think that makes you feel better at remembering stuff.
And remember, everybody has a talent.
Any type of skill's a talent. There you go.
Yep. Y'all take care.